They just welcomed a brand new baby, but is Patrick and Thaís' marriage already falling apart? Between shocking ex-boyfriend allegations and explosive family drama with John, their path to divorce is getting wilder than ever. To find out what really happened, make sure to watch the full video. 90 Day The Last Resort finally brought in John McManus for a reunion with Thaís Ramone and his brother Patrick Mendes. The audience was waiting eagerly for this episode to hit the 2026 TV schedule for a while, particularly since it was teased by TLC earlier in the season. John, as he usually does, came in hot. He and Thaís were at odds almost immediately, which probably wasn't the best thing considering she'd been fighting with Shekinah Guven in previous days. The screaming match was brief, but revealing, and now I have new questions surrounding their recently announced plans for divorce. John was obviously trying to get a rise out of Thaís, but it was strange that she only exited the conversation until shortly after he brought up overhearing her father mention that she met up with her ex while visiting Brazil on her own. Now, I'm not saying that John, who admittedly doesn't speak Portuguese, should be trusted on his translation, but it was interesting to see how quickly she got out of that room before answering any questions about it. Another thing that stood out to me in this conversation was that John drilled down on Thaís' behavior when she has come to events with their family. He kept mentioning that she would disappear shortly after arriving, spending much of her time in a room rather than visiting with the family. Maybe John is bolder than the rest of Patrick's family, but I do wonder if he has not been the only one questioning why Thaís hides when she visits, especially since, as she has been happy to reveal, she's not the only family member having issues in their relationship. John admitted his own relationship, previously featured on 90 Day Fiancé, is toxic, but it doesn't seem to impact his ability to see family. We've seen married 90 Day couples split over issues with family, so I'm not the least bit surprised if this is a factor in Patrick and Thaís' road to divorce. Obviously, she has issues with John, but is this just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to larger issues with other family? I'm curious how much more we'll hear about Patrick and Thaís' relationship as 90 Day The Last Resort continues. This season is all over the place when it comes to drama, so I'm just hoping we can circle back to the relationships and get some real work done before the recommitment ceremony. John McManus' sudden entrance completely turned the heat up on Patrick and Thaís' lingering relationship drama. From rumors of Thaís meeting up with her ex in Brazil to her constant disappearing acts at Patrick's family gatherings, their marital cracks are becoming impossible to ignore. Sure, John might be pushing buttons, but is this growing wedge between Thaís and Patrick's family the ultimate reason for their impending split? This season of 90 Day The Last Resort has been an absolute roller coaster. But as we get closer to the recommitment ceremony, the real question is, can they actually address these deep-rooted family issues and heal their dynamic? Or are we watching the final chapter of their marriage unfold? I'm curious how much more we'll hear about Patrick and Thaís' relationship as 90 Day The Last Resort continues.